All right, ladies and gentlemen, what's up? I'm Tony G. I'm about to call up my best friend, one of my best friends, Mr. Rios. All right? Cool. Let's see if we can get him in here. This is a road edition. If you haven't noticed, there's a demonic tapestry behind me. This is the road edition. I'm on the road. I'm on vacation. This is the future, unfortunately, as I talk to one of my best friends through the internet. Ring, 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 ring. Hey, there he is.
Ah, shit.
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
How's it sound?
I think it sounds pretty good.
I mean, there's someone in the shower, but I'm on the road, so people are gonna have to deal with it.
Yeah, whatever.
I had headphones. I don't think it would work. Yeah. So
we're good, man.
how you doing, man?
Good, man. I'm doing good. Just fucking chilling. I'll show you how. This is how good I'm doing. I just got a new toy.
Fuck, what's this one do?
Well,
Nothing.
this one,
I like the face.
I just opened it up like 5 minutes ago. As you can see, it's Terminator from the third movie, and he's really
yeah. That's what I thought. How do we know it's from the
model.
third movie, though?
Yeah, he's from the third movie, which is not a very good movie. But when you're a collector, you spend money on things that you don't like.
Everybody get that? Good.
Yeah. It's just like it's just a model. Like it's like not a toy necessarily. It is, but it's just like it doesn't really move.
He's pretty stiff.
Yeah, he has a platform, and then he's got like a thing that goes around his waist that holds him up. All that really nerdy shit. I get really excited to talk about it, but when I am, I'm like, you're a fucking stupid idiot nerd.
He took the bait.
Yeah, no friends, you asshole.
Yeah, you do, man. Here I am.
I got one.
I'm gonna phone up my friend who's 2,600 miles away and watch him play with toys for an hour.
I can't believe I let tens of people see this.
Yeah, we don't want them to embarrass us in public.
Yeah. How are you, man? You're on the road somewhere, right? You're on vacation.
Yeah, man. I'm on a COVIDcation. Like
COVID.
there's a lot of people out here on the roads, man. Like more than I thought.
Yeah. I'm starting to realize that Americans just don't give a shit about this COVID thing. Better for worse. Better, good or bad.
I would have to agree with you. Do you have a beverage?
Oh, I do. Yeah, man. Let's see. Let's get this one out of the way first. It's a Heineken in a can.
Where's no Trulies?
I got this for a backup.
Ooh.
White Claw.
Is that grapefruit?
Yeah, it's great. And then I got this. Well, actually, I'll save that for a surprise. What do you got?
Well, I'm in Massachusetts and I'm drinking a Boston Lager.
Oh wow! Look at what's that?
It's a wicked Pissa.
Samuel Adams. I've never had one of those. So cheers.
Yeah, man. Cheers to your Heine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's not bad.
Not bad at all.
Oh, yeah, man. So I'm on a road trip. We went. The point was to go to Salem, Massachusetts.
Right.
Which most ladies who have crystals would be jealous of. So yeah, ladies, there's a whole town full of crystals and witch stuff. And I don't want to bum anybody out, but witches weren't real. Sorry.
What made you come to that conclusion other than being an adult?
You got it. So being in I'm not there now, but in Salem, Massachusetts, the number one thing to do there, according to Google and everyone who's been, go to the Witch Museum. So that's what we did. I was not sober. I didn't need to be sober. I was actually at the point where I was so fucking high, I was kind of falling asleep. So I was hearing like these horrible stories of what happened to witches while I'm like, "Ugh," in the dark. Like,
Right.
I was so high that some of the exhibits were behind me, the way it's set up, and I'm looking at the ground, and everyone else is looking up behind me. It was like, whatever.
Right.
But what I got out of it was in Salem, some basically it was just a bunch of bullshit. Someone said something, some kids were acting weird, and they all blamed it on witchcraft. The one girl was a housemaid, and she was of African descent, and they used to tell stories, and she told some girls some stories about like witchcraft. It was just kind of a joke. That actually turned into a big fucking problem in Salem, Massachusetts.
Really? Okay.
One girl basically came forth years later and said she made a lot of this shit up, but no kidding. At the end of the museum, it basically talks about stereotypes and witch hunts and how we're always going on witch hunts after different characters of people. And they explain it as it goes through history. And they say, do you feel that there's currently witch hunts still going on? And we're like, so it was more of a lesson in morality more than anything, as I'm over here like trying to stand up, like, whatever, you know. But
Right.
so one thing I thought was intriguing, there's a couple of people that were walking around town before we went to the museum. I saw these hoodies that say, I got stoned in Salem, Massachusetts. I'm like, so did I. Where the fuck do you get that? I'm doing that right now. So in the deal, they tell you one of the people, I don't remember his name, but in any case, they decided he was actually a witch. He didn't back down. He was like, I'm not a witch, but fuck you, basically.
Right.
And so they decided to flatten him. Medieval. Pressing. Sorry, it's called pressing. They laid him down on a wood surface, put another like wood thing on him, and put stones on him to get him to admit the truth, to say what they wanted him to say. And so he's like barely breathing, but he was a super tough gentleman. And they said, you know, do you submit? And he's like, no, one more stone. And it killed him. So after I saw that hoodie, like it has the dude's name on the front, and on the back it says I got stoned. And I'm like, oh.
That's what they
I was like, I don't want to. I actually dig where he's coming from, but I don't want to explain that when I'm high. You know, be like, who's Clive Bakerfield or whatever his name is? Like, just fuck it, never mind. So,
do you know?
Yeah, I won't ramble on, but that's one thing that I've learned. I actually have a cute little list of weird shit that's happened in 3 days. So I'll ramble for 2 more seconds. Fun fact: I was going to hit you up from Portland, Maine today. Because you're in Portland, Oregon. I'm in Portland, Maine. That would have been cheesy for the two of us.
No, that
didn't happen. Portland, Maine is actually not that attractive at all. Most of what I saw were people partying, like not partying, but you know, I saw a lot of drug addicts on public lawns. It was like, I don't really want to stay here. But that's fine. So where I'm hitting you up from, I'm actually in Springfield, Massachusetts, which is not the Springfield from The Simpsons. But
it's so weird.
fun fact, the 2 creators of The Simpsons, apparently, according to Google, one's from Portland, Oregon, and the other, Springfield, fucking Massachusetts. So how about that?
Dude, it's so weird that there's 3 towns that similar, you know, between there and Oregon, you know.
What do you mean, like Springfield, Illinois? What do you?
Isn't like where you're at? Isn't there a Springfield, a Salem, and then Portland, Maine over there? Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Springfield, Portland. I've been to Springfield, Portland, and Salem.
Yep.
This is the shit we were talking about last week.
Yeah.
I looked everywhere for you, Alex.
Yeah, man. Jesus, I don't gotta go anywhere. Thanks, Tony.
I will say this. I always wanted to see the northeastern coastline for all the movies that have been pictured, like not Deadliest Catch. I was trying to something storm, Perfect Storm. Perfect Storm. There's a bunch of movies that have been filmed about how rough the seas are and whatnot. So we found a lighthouse, a spot called the Portland Headlight, and we checked that out.
Yeah, it's cool. I like lighthouses. I think they're pretty rad.
Yeah, and all the coastline is rough and rugged, and it was dark and depressing. It was everything I wanted it to be. So in that
Right.
respect, it was fantastic.
Uh,
Yeah, man, it's been fun so far. We still got a few days to go. I think we're gonna end at a fucking drive-in, seeing Freddy, the first Freddy Krueger, because
oh, nice.
I've
That's
never
right.
seen it, so I'm gonna see it on a drive-in screen. That's how I'm gonna end my
Cool.
vacation.
Right on.
So anyway, that's where I'm at.
I wanted to give a quick shout out to one of our listeners. um, one of our it's a I don't know her name, but on her YouTube account, she has like it's a cartoon character. She has blue hair. I think her name's Danielle.
Yeah,
Something.
yeah,
Yeah. She
Danny.
said that she commented on our last episode that she just said 10 people's minds were blown. And I and I just thought that was funny. I'm like, you know what? You're probably right. I'm like, you know what? You're wrong because only 9 people have viewed it so far, and I'm probably one of them. So, so shout out to her or to them. Shout out to them. They I just thought that was amusing. I like.
No, Danny's awesome and a true supporter. She's been coming to our comedy shows for years. They now live back in Florida. But her and her husband Josh, big supporters of our stuff. Yeah, so shout out Danny, thanks, and hope to hang out with you soon. Actually, she's a smart ass, really funny, and
Yeah.
little swimming fish. So cheers to her.
Well, birds of a feather.
That's
Smart
right.
ass people flock together.
Grab your hiney.
I know, baby.
So how the fuck have you been?
I've been good, man. I've just been. Well, I don't know if I said this on the show yet or not, but I have. I'm waiting to go back to work. My work is going to open mid to the end of this month, so I'm going to go be a cook again. So I guess that's kind of cool or not.
Congratulations, or
I don't know. Yeah, I don't remember enough if I said it or not. Like I said earlier on the show, but yeah, it's cool. I'm trying to be excited, but I'm also like, well, taking a pay cut. It sounds cool, I don't know. No, but I'm excited because the people that own the place, that own the business, are really close friends of mine, and I'm happy
that they're getting up and
that they're able to get it going again. Kind of not their choice, but they're going to do it, and they kind of don't think it's time, but they're going to do it anyway. And yeah, I'm excited for them to start making a little bit of money again. So,
if you don't mind me asking, why do they not? How are they opening and they don't want to?
They both collectively don't think it's time because of the whole virus and everything.
Yeah.
And they're going to be doing a lot of to-go food, and some people are going to be able to dine in. But it's just a clusterfuck, basically, because like what they're going to have to do for people to dine in the bar is build like cubbies around the booths, like build fucking shelters, and they're a pinball bar, and the main reason people go there is to play pinball. And if you really can't have very many people and you're not allowed, to have people inside, it's the whole pinball thing kind of, the whole business goes out the door, really. So what they're going to do is build like fucking pods around the booths, and there's going to be 2 pinball machines in there. And then you get to rent it out and play those. And this is an idea, basically. This is not for sure. But you get to play those pinball machines in the cubbies, basically.
Oh, in the pod.
Yeah, so you rent. So like that's like a maybe thing. So like that's what could happen, or it could just be to-go food. So who knows?
So over here, like in Philly, we started opening. Well, in the burbs, we started opening shit up months ago, several months ago. I mean, hell, I've been back to. I was working in May or some shit. I don't know. Whatever.
Right,
but
yeah.
In any case, we came up this way, and when we got to Salem, there's signs everywhere. It's a mandate to wear a mask inside and out, which where I live, fuck that. we're not, no, it's not a mandate yet, so we're not doing it.
Mhm.
It's just weird because when Salem was cool. Everyone had a mask on. We pretty much, once we got paranoid, stoned, we put our masks on everywhere because it was just weird at that point. So it was okay. It's like being in an amusement park without rides all day long. But
Right.
then we went to Portland, and like we called a record store as an example, and the dude's like on the internet it said he was open till 4, and so my lady calls him and he's like, yeah, I'm open till 3, and it's like 2:30. We're like, yeah, this is kind of like, and I said on the way up on the trip, I was like, we're not really going to visit establishments and visit restaurants. So
Right.
we don't expect that, but we also are staying in hotels right now. We're changing that up for the rest of the trip. We have a timeshare and all this shit with kitchen and whatnot, but this isn't the time to go fucking tour in cities. Duh, right? Yeah, well, the further you get up north here on the East Coast, there's still in yellow or whatever they're, they're not
Mhm.
wide open. So what the hell's going on? And where are you guys at in Portland? Are things not open like that?
Some places are open. There's very strict rules. You have to wear a mask. You have to wear a mask inside and out. I do not wear a mask when I go walk the dog because like I'm not, there's no point. But like, so I don't know what the rules are over in that neck of the woods for that sort of thing. But yeah, Multnomah County, Clackamas County, and surrounding counties are in phase 1 still, and Central Oregon is in like 2 or 3. I know that they're kind of almost back to normal. Besides, you have to wear a mask inside.
That's how it's gonna be, right? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna be that way until they stop.
But yeah, to go back to my work thing again. I just want to reiterate because I don't know if I was supposed to say certain things, but yeah, I don't know if we're what they're gonna do as far as to-go food or letting people on. It's still up in the air. So if you are in the Portland, Oregon area, try to go inside of Wedgehead if that's a thing, or get to-go food. And the name of the business is Wedgehead. It's a pretty dope place. So check them out probably towards the end of this month.
And the one thing this modest asshole forgot to mention is that if he's got to be at least one of the people making the food. And as I've mentioned before, he can fucking cook. So I'd say go get some grub. Support if you're in the area. Absolutely.
Oh man, I just realized because I could see, I'm looking into the camera, like the more I drink this beer, the redder this spot in my eye gets.
Yeah, what's going on?
Am I dying? It's really hot. It's hot. It's fucking hot.
We got it on film, man.
I don't know what that means, but I think it means I'm dying.
Don't you go dying on me.
It looks like I got punched in the eye.
It does. Oh, man.
Got punched in the eye by my hiney,
No, hell yeah. That's hot.
Well,
I'm so glad that I went on this. So this trip that we're on, at least in the Salem part, I noticed that there were large groups of women and a lot of couples, no large groups of men, which pretty much says that most men don't care about witches. No offense.
Mm-hmm.
So we're standing in a gift shop or some shit, and my whole life I've always been hit on by women that could definitely bench press my ass.
Right.
Bigger women who, that's why I can run. Even Daleks knows, he's seen it. So we're in a fucking gift shop somewhere, and these women are talking, and all of a sudden she's just like, I just need some loving. I don't really care who it is. And I was the only one in the room that was a man. And I just grabbed my woman's shirt. I was like, just pulled near. It's like, fuck no, please don't let me have, I don't want to go there. I was really freaked out. And now I understand how women are, like, when they're with their man in a titty bar and he's trying to get a lap dance and they're all uncomfortable. Like, I understand that now because that's how I felt.
Yeah,
super uncomfortable. Yeah,
well, it's good to be liked, no matter who it's by, Tony. Like,
yeah, but if you're a peaceful little dinosaur, that just eats plants and shit, and then a couple of T-Rexes are like, ah! And you're like, oh no, I don't want to get out of here. Yeah, I don't know. That was me.
You get what you get. You don't throw a fit, Tony.
I would throw a fit. I'm not into that's not true.
Yeah, but
Dude, we were in Boston on our way up. We stopped in Boston to see what the fuck you do in Boston besides yell at each other.
Yeah.
We went to the Cheers bar, man.
Oh fuck, dude! That's my all-time favorite TV show of all time.
No shit.
All time. It
Oh,
goes.
damn. Should've known
One.
that.
My two favorites are Cheers and The Office. I love those two shows.
Damn.
Yeah.
So maybe you, I don't know. I wanted to look it up. We were talking about how this all originated. But anyway, we're sitting there we get, my lady's like, can we sit at the bar? And I was like, smart move. You can't, but they put tables at the bar.
Right. Oh.
So we sat on his shoulder and there's the bar. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. You might see this in Portland. I'm telling you, people are trying to find ways. So where Norm sits, correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't remember. He sat at the corner bar, right?
Yeah, the corner, on the very corner.
I figured that out because people, yes, so people kept coming in and wanting to sit at that corner spot and all that stuff and take pictures.
Yeah.
It is a neat bar. If you get the opportunity, definitely go check it out. Actually, really good fucking food. I had fish and chips. They were awesome. So
there, okay, cool.
Had some Boston lagers there and ate some fish and chips and found out that the bartender must repeat this 100 times a day. But for everyone, all you 9 people out there, it is not where they filmed it's not the original location. That is not the set at all. Probably the outside, but never the inside. So they do have the bar set up like Norm sat there and whatnot. And it's cool as hell in there. I mean, it's got the Cheers stuff, a whole bunch of fucking memorabilia. But so many people kept asking her.
Does it look like the Cheer? Like, is it set up like the show was, or? So
in the movie, in the show Cheers, you come down the steps, and the bar, from what I remember, is long.
Yeah, it's kind of like almost like a horseshoe shape, or like it's like a square, and then there's a little part where they could walk in. But it looks like when like Sam Malone is like behind the bar, it's like he's inside of a square, basically.
Okay, so there is no square. When you walk down the basement steps, and then you go in the door, you go down steps, and then the bar is straight ahead.
Okay.
Straight ahead. You can sit on the edge here, straight bar. You can sit on the edge, and then that's where Norm's spot is, a little plaque right here for Norm. That's where Norm sits. There's one spot you can sit in the corner. And then the rest of it it's tight. It's an L shape. It's actually a C-shaped restaurant, the rest of it. So the bar has some seats here, and then it goes down a hallway, which is a gift shop. Tons of cool shit in there. It's kind of busy, but you could spend some time looking at memorabilia. I mean, there's pictures of Leno and fucking Robin Williams hanging out together in the front of that place, working on their sets for that night and shit. I mean, I could have spent some time in there. And then there's a back room. So it's not like that so much, but they, there's another name that they gave the bar, something pub. I really wanted to know what the hell it was all about. It's something pub Cheers. So maybe it was originally a bar and then they named it Cheers later. I'd have to look that up.
Okay. Huh.
There's something there that I don't know, which would be fucking surprised, but cool spot if you're in Boston. Couldn't find Fenway Park. Don't really give a shit. Fuck Boston as far as sports go. I'm a Philly fan. I kiss my ass.
I would call myself I have like a weird civilian question to ask you. Do people I call myself a civilian because I don't know what else to call myself in this situation.
Oh. They're talking about killing people. What's up, man?
Right.
Got me all sweaty.
Right. Do people? Is there like a weird rival thing between people from Boston and Philly? Like, I figure
yes.
There is between the three, like New York, Boston, and Philly.
Oh, that's a rivalry. Oh, that's a big fucking rivalry. The last hockey game I got to see was the Bruins versus the Flyers, and they beat our ass. And the next day, COVID happened, and everybody got sent home. So I've been depressed ever since. A lot of the Boston games, I mean, they come to I've never been to Boston and seen a game, but they come to us wearing their shit, and they're assholes. Like, they're obsessed with this shit. Like, there's no other reason to live in Boston except to be a freaking fan of the sports. A lot of people have that going on. These guys definitely exemplify that. mean, how many times do you like see someone? I can't. I quote this all the time, but I always hear Boston people say, "Go Sox, go Sox." Like, who says that? No one else fucking says that. It's winter time. Baseball's over. Not now, but still, let's say it in fucking January. I don't like. Listen. I really don't care. I like everybody. I like the accents. I like the term "wicked pissa." I like that. I looked that up. That's fucking funny as hell. That means excellent and awesome. I didn't know that.
I mean,
I actually like it. But they're dickheads. They're assholes about their sports. They're like, fuck Philly. Fuck you. You candy strip. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, then fuck you. Fuck Boston. Fuck your mom. Here you go. That's how it starts. They're the ones picking the fight. But they are good at their sports. And obviously, the Bruins, they beat our ass. We beat their ass. But yeah, fuck them. Fuck them up the nose. I don't care.
With that being said, I got another question for you. Do you think that they might say the same about Philly? Like, they're the only... So. Like they might be like, well, they're the ones that come over here and start the shit, and then we're like, fuck you. Do you think that they might be, because of how you were just like, well, they came over and I'm like, fuck you, and then I'm like, fuck you. So do you think that they think that you come over and say and start it?
I would say, you know what? I hope so, like to keep it even. But I gotta be honest with you. Most people don't fucking go to Boston. They don't. Nobody fucking cares. They know they're fucking grumpy up there. They know they're assholes. They know they're scared to wear their fucking gear. I'm not scared, but like, am I going to get hit in the head with a fucking beer bottle by a 3-year-old if I wear my Phillies shit to a fucking Red Sox game? Yes, I am. That's what I mean. They would be the ones to throw a beer. I'm not saying they did, but I'm just saying I feel like a Boston person would be the one at Fenway Park to hit you in the back of the head with a hot dog because you're wearing a Phillies jersey. I don't see that happening at a Phillies game. At a Phillies game, we're just going to fucking laugh at you because you're clapping. And then if we win, we're going to be like, fuck you, ha, 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 we won. That's how they do it in Philly. We don't really say shit until we've actually won because we know our teams secretly suck. We know that we can't be like, we're going to fucking win this one, yeah. No, we're not. We're like, fuck, man, I waste my fucking money again? God damn it, fuck, shit. And Boston's like, motherfuckers, fuck you. Throwing grenades and shit and switchblades. No, I really think that Boston initiated this shit because there was a guy that came to the Bruins game. First time I went, and he's sitting up here with his kid. And there is no, like, visitor's side at a hockey game, so fuck you. Right. You know what I mean? But if there was, he's on the home side where they shoot, where our goalie is twice. That's home side. He's on our side. And every time we got a goal, he's like, fuck you, fuck all of you, go to fucking hell. And his kid's like 10. He's like, yeah, what he said, like co-signing all his dad's shit. I'm like, this is terrible. They lost that game. I remember it was an Easter game, and my mom's doesn't get excited about anything but except Jesus, and she was excited. It was fucking crazy. She's like 5 foot tall, jumping 10 feet high, like, fuck yeah, fuck you. She's looking over, she's like, fuck Boston, fuck all of you. And the old man and his kid, the guy's walking out, fucking rah, rah, rah. The kid's crying, emotionally crying. I don't know if his dad beat him or what, but he was crying. So, and we're all like, we're just like, hey, peacefully, fuck you, you deserve it, you lost,
One second. There was a lot that was funny, and I'm sorry to interrupt, but you said emotionally crying. How else do you cry?
Well, I mean, like, I don't know, it's a tangent. But well, he was emotional. He wasn't just crying. I mean, he was like,
I get it.
You're just crying. Like, are you upset? Yeah. Like, no, I'm not emotional. I'm just crying. But then he was emotional. Like, it was and I was like, what the fuck is going on? This is great. They're crying. They're gonna cry all the way home. They're gonna cry. They're gonna fucking Boston sucks. And I was like, yeah, fuck you. I'm gonna go home and forget about all this. It doesn't matter if we won tonight because we're gonna lose tomorrow. We're Philly fans. We know it ain't gonna work out. Mm-hmm. Boston, they think it's gonna work out. They have hope. The fuck do you have hope for? Fuck that. It's not gonna happen. So what? So you beat Philadelphia. We're a mid-range team. We're stoked if we win anything. I'm honest. Like we remember we won the Super Bowl. It took us 2 quarterbacks to win the Super Bowl and every broken player that was alive. And we ate horse shit collectively as a fan base. We climbed street poles naked. I mean, all kinds of crazy shit when we won. We did not see that coming. Boston, if they won, yeah, we knew it. Go Sox. Like, the fuck? We've never won much of any. When we do, we go nuts. We're just happy we did it. We're kind of like,
we got one leg and we won the race. Like, sweet. Who the fuck thought that would happen? Boston's kind of got this thing like, we're going to fucking win it. We're going to fucking win it. Oh, shit, it isn't working out. Oh, why are you crying? I think Philly's just a little bit better at knowing that we ain't great, and Boston thinks they're great.
I mean this very respectively because this is who I am too. I love the trashy part of America, and I mean that respectively. Because you've seen where I've grown up. You've seen my parents' house. It's a bunch of white trash, half Mexican bullshit that's just shit scattered all over the yard, like pot everywhere, trash in the yard. The East Coast is just some widely entertaining, trashy people. Y'all are just trashy and entertaining, and it's great.
Listen, man, there's not a lot of beautiful waterfalls to hike to. There's not a lot of hot springs. There's not a lot of that peaceful shit that can mellow you out. And there aren't hippies telling you to mellow out. So here you're going to get that's the thing is everyone's depressed in Philly because there isn't a concert, there isn't a game. That's all there is to do. That's it. I used to bitch about it when I lived on the West Coast. Like, I'm tired of living on the East Coast. All I ever talk about is fucking sports. And now here I am. I just said 20 minutes about fucking Philly and Boston.
Well, to be
but
fair,
it's fun because at the end of the day, you think most of people take it as a joke.
Sure.
But they don't. Like that kid and his dad were crying, like really crying. And it's like, what the fuck? And here's the twist to that story. The next game was 6 months later. They were back. Same seats. Which leads me to believe they either have a friend or they bought season tickets at the Philly, or they bought at least all the Boston games. So this is their religion. You know what I mean? And if this is their religion, then God only wins half the time. That's really hard to swallow.
Right.
You know? I mean, like,
get some hardcore believer. Yeah.
And we're like, holy shit, we beat these assholes. That's crazy. We just came here on Easter because we didn't want to go do Easter shit. And now, whatever.
Fucking A. Yeah, man. I've only been out to that neck of the woods a couple times. I've been, I want to say, like 85% of the places in the United States. I've been to a lot. You have been to more probably, and but I just think people's attitude over on the East Coast area is just funny. Like sometimes I feel like I'm watching a cartoon and I'm just like, go ahead, keep on. Go ahead. Like, this is great.
Let it out.
You're like, okay, yeah. I mean, I think I'm safe. I'm probably not safe. Probably gonna get stabbed, but this is fun. This is really fun.
Well, did you see? I just had to look this up to understand what the fuck was going on, but apparently, our Trumpsky president there said in his little bitchin' debate that bad things happen in Philadelphia because they had talked about some people blocking some poll bullshit about voting. I don't know my facts. I don't care. In any case, I wanted to understand the slogan because the next day, I'm driving through fucking Philly and I see this sign. Sorry. I see this billboard as you drive past the stadiums. In Philadelphia on I-95, you can almost touch the stadiums if you stick your hand out the window. A lot of cities are like that, right off the interstate. There's a big fucking billboard that always is right here, and it says, bad things happen in Philadelphia. And it's got the 76ers because they suck this year. It's got the Phillies because they're fucking trash. And it's got the Eagles because they were 0-0-1 or some shit. And so the next day, instead of Philadelphia's getting mad about what old Trumpy said, they were just like, bad things happen in Philadelphia. Our teams suck. Like, it's like someone bought a billboard within 12 hours and had that shit made and put up. To say, yeah, bad things do happen in Philly. 3 out of our 4 teams suck ass, and our 4th one, we'll let you know. That's hockey, so we'll see. But it's like a little bit of hope there. But I'm just saying now that shit is everywhere. At my favorite record store, they're selling bad things happen in Philly shirts. Like,
God.
Just that's to your point. Like, that's the shit show that is the East Coast. Oh yeah, bad things happen. We're gonna market that shit. Fuck you. Like,
oh, that's so great.
Billboard And we're going to let everyone know that drives I-95 north that we suck and we know it. Like, who paid
Dude,
for
that's
that?
great. No, I love that because it's like in Oregon, it's like, oh, well, everyone loves each other, and I treat Oregon, like
No.
it's hippies and waterfalls and hot springs and crystals, and it's beautiful. And then you go over, I've never been to Philly, and the little bit that I know, it just seems like, fuck you, and so I think that's that whoever just was like, that's Philly. We're gonna latch onto that. Yeah. Bad thing.
Oh yeah, bad things happen in Philly. Bad things do happen. Our sports suck sometimes. Well, our food doesn't suck, but sometimes we suck. It's like, yeah, and they're selling it. I don't know who did it, but it's like stamp it, sell it, stamp it, sell it. Like, I love that. I want to leave, but I'm so proud of that dump. I just can't.
Bad things happen. That's so
And
funny.
then one of the ones I saw on Instagram said bad things happen in Philadelphia, and it was a picture of the hitchhiking robot that we talked about. So they're really rolling. They're taking this thing for a run.
I love that. We've already talked about that, I think, on this podcast.
Yeah, but
I love that. That's so funny. It travels all over the place, over the world, all over the place. Gets to fucking Philly. What happened in Philly? You're like,
but they dropped it off in Kensington, in North Philly, where scrap metal is king. So what the fuck? Like, of course it's gonna get jacked. Look at this thing sitting here all sober and shit, traveling around the world without any fucking money. I don't have any fucking money and I can't travel. I got real problems. Fuck you, robot. Bad things happen in Philadelphia. I get it. I totally understand.
It's sitting here all sober. Oh man. Like, all right, this is a testament of how like cool I think people from Philly are. That like might be anyway. I've never been there. You're the only person from Philly that I really know well. So, like I just brought up, 10 minutes ago, we've been talking about it for 10 minutes or so, about how trashy you guys are and how much I love it. And then it makes you smile. You say anything bad about Portland and people are like, but we have brunch and shit. So it's fucking, I'm like, you guys are trashy and I like it. And you're like, yeah, we are. It's great.
Perfect fucking point. Bill Burr, Philly rant.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Look it up if you don't know what I'm talking about.
You all love that shit.
Bill Burr came out on stage, and apparently the Philly crowd was a dick that night.
Oh, yeah.
And it was his turn, and he did a 12-minute set of tearing us the fuck apart on everything he had on us. And he's from Boston, so it was pretty fucking good. And he destroyed us, and we loved it. We ate that shit with 2 spoons. It was fantastic. So we dig it. We like being roasted. And that was the big problem I had in Portland and in Oregon was, and it's nothing against you guys. I moved out there to mellow out years ago. So when I decided I wanted to be a comic and I wanted to be some, of a Philly Northeast comic, which is my voice, it didn't make any sense to do. It didn't fit there. It's
Right.
like, come on, Portland sucks, right? And everyone's like, no, we're doing a really good job of making things livable for everyone. I'm like, fuck you. And they're like, oh, he's not one of us. He's not one of us. I'm like, all right, okay, I'm not one of you. I was joking. It's fuck you as a joke around here. Fuck you means I love you. Fuck you means everything. It's cool, man. Fuck you. Fuck you too. All right, let's have steaks. It's no big deal. But there, They don't fuck around like that. There's really the sense. There's no the sarcasm doesn't flow. It's not the same. There's sarcasm. It's you got it. But here, I mean, no smiles. Fuck a smile. If we have to explain the joke, get the fuck out of the car. I don't care if it's moving. Get out. That's how I was raised. I mean, I don't know. And it is more mild now. It isn't just fuck you all the time. People are kind of looking over their shoulders a little bit, but still, it's still got the Northeast flavor to it for sure.
Sure. Yeah.
But we are respectful. I used to think like maybe we were a little ignorant, but I moved back and I was like, no, we're not. We don't. We know what we're supposed to say. We're not supposed to say. We're not stupid. We eat on top of trash cans. I mean, if you think that's fucking ignorant, I would agree with you. But I'm still alive, and I still look for the lid of a trash can when it's busy. So fucking eat me.
I do that shit all the time. I've been doing that since I was a kid.
That's what's funny. I didn't know it was a bad thing.
Oh man, I go to the fair like as a kid. We eat like elephant ears and fucking like Cheetos and shit, like in like Fanta soda out of a bag, you know, on top of a trash can. Like, yeah, do that all the time. It's a table. It's a table you throw things away in. You know, it's great.
I've been to a few restaurants in Philly where there were chairs and a tablecloth on the trash can. I mean, it's you know, if you get any on the floor, you're just an asshole.
That's smart. That's smart. I mean,
no, it's fun. Yeah, it's just funny, like you said, that I've been in 3 different places and they all have the same name and they have a location in Portland, in Oregon.
Yeah, in Oregon, yeah.
Fucking crazy.
Think it's about time to switch gears and talk about the homework we gave ourselves.
Hell yeah, man.
Oh yeah, and by the way, I'm on my 3rd beverage. By the way, I already drank the 2.
Who the fuck was I?
This is my 3rd one. It's very high.
That's a Capri Sun.
Yeah, dude, it's a pocket juice.
You're doing it wrong. You gotta stab it in the bottom, man.
Well, I'm not a jock. I'm not like one of those cool kids.
I'm not a jock.
I drink it the right way that my mom told me to drink it. This guy's skateboarding without a helmet. That's not right. You're not supposed to do that. Where's your pads at, honey?
That's right. He's from Boston.
Yeah.
He's a wicked Pissa. I just love that. I saw that T-shirt, Wicked Pissa, and I can't get it out of my head. If you've ever seen Something About Mary, it's in there because the guys are from Boston. I'm just a fucking movie nerd, but the Wicked Pissa, I just love it. And I think we heard someone say it. It was great.
I have a really good friend, a really good friend that lives here in Portland. He's a comic. His name's Tim, and he's born and raised in Boston. Still has an accent, really, like pretty Boston guy through and through. But I didn't know this until like, you know, he started doing this to me probably like, I don't know, like almost like 8 or 9 years ago. Like it's been 8 or 9 years by now. Like dude, bro, guy, how's it going? In Boston, they say mush. Hey, what's up, mush? How you doing, mush?
Haven't heard that one.
Yeah, and he started, like when I first met him, he's like just like, you know, drunk, you know, on a bunch of things, you know, kind of guy, really cool guy. He's a fucking excellent person. He's a really, really good guy. He's just a fun dude. He's like, hey, mush, what's up, mush? Hey, mush, how's it fucking wicked shoes, mush? What size? Give them to me, mush. You know, like being friends but bullying me at the same time. He's a great guy.
Yep,
and
that's it.
I was watching an episode of Louis, who you're not supposed to watch anymore. But I was watching an episode of that of his show, and he went back to Boston, and he like got rear-ended, or he hit a car when he was driving. The guy got out of the car, was like, "What's up, mush? You want to go?" And I'm like, they do call each other that. Because he's from Boston originally, you know,
right.
and I'm like, they do call each other mush. The fuck is a mush? Like, mush? It doesn't mean anything.
I don't know what. Yeah, they do have their own thing going on up there. They're like 2.5 hours away from New York City, and they just let it loose, man. But I like it. You know what's funny? I was just thinking, I had to drive through New York to get to Boston on Sunday, and the people in Boston drive fucking better. I just thought of that. I'm like, holy shit, that's right. But like, it was fucking bad in New York. Like, I mean, like Afghanistan 2003 type shit. That's what it's like driving through New York. But
you know, that's relatable.
Boston wasn't that bad.
Yeah.
What? What'd you say?
So everyone's been to Afghanistan.
Fuck off. Motherfuckers watch the news. They know what's going on. Oh, Fallujah. Everyone talks about Fallujah like they were there. You meant Fallujah was rough, right? Like, what are you talking about? I never went there. What the fuck? Anyway, it's rough, okay? And Boston isn't that bad. It's a weird fucking city to drive in. It's not a grid. This is what I know we're getting ready to talk about music, but someone said this once, that's the hardest city to drive in. I think I figured out why. Because it's the oldest part of the country. Salem's only 20 minutes north of Boston. It's a suburb.
Right.
Honestly. Cool fucking town, by the way. In any case, those towns are so fucking old, they were built off the port, right? Everything came into the port. So then they just started making roads to go wherever the fuck they wanted to go. But those roads are so goddamn old They were made. These roads were made before they made grid systems and shit like that. So it doesn't make any sense. If you pulled all the concrete up, it would just be like, oh, cobblestone streets. This makes sense. Just a bunch of wagon trails and shit, weaving and cutting across. And that's what it is. It's so crazy. But it's like the oldest part of our country, one of the oldest parts. And they just paved the old stupid fucking roads and walking for 300 years with wagons and donkeys and shit. And that's why it doesn't make any sense up there, because it didn't lay out a grid system. It's not a grid. It's a, oh shit, building, turn. All right. Oh, okay. There we go. What the
Right.
fuck? Yeah. And last thing, Salem, Massachusetts, killer art.
Oh yeah.
Killer fucking street art. That town is really, really, really neat. Really clean, really fucking cool, right on the coast. You're looking for something to do and you're like, witches and crystals? Check it out. All right, I'm done. We can talk about music now if you want.
Right on, man. Well, that's cool that you're on a trip and you're cool that you're out there.
Yeah,
You're
cool.
in a fucking hotel right now, right?
Yeah, man. Getting ready to trick myself out, make some money.
Nice. Fucking A, man.
I mean, you don't know who else has had sex on that bed, but you want to join the club, you know?
Right. Yeah. So it was your turn.
Yeah, man.
So who did we listen to? Who did
Me
we listen?
First in the Gimmes, Have Another Ball.
Yeah.
That was the album. I picked it because honestly, I like them. I feel that Me First the Gimmes, you listen to anything, it's good. So that was just a good that album was just a good idea of what they usually do. And then as today I started reading up on them and found out a whole bunch of shit. And they usually try to attack a genre every time they do it. But the songs on there is stuff that anyone's heard. They all been radio played like crazy. They just do fast, fun versions of them. Kind of
Right.
imagine like something your grandmother was into, but then all of a sudden you're getting punched in the eye at a mosh pit to it. You know, that's
Yeah.
how many bands do that for you?
Right.
But
Yeah.
you know this stuff really more than I do. So what do you know about them?
Well, I mean, like they're a cover band. They play, like you were saying, a lot of oldies, but like a lot of other just like like on this album there's a Billy Joel song.
Right.
There's an Elton John song on there, right, too.
I'm gonna cheat because they did that one on the first one too.
Yeah, that is the first album as far as that's the first full length. I think there's EPs, but I think that is and singles, but I think that is like
so. Hang on.
the
First, no, Have Another Ball came out in 2008.
Oh, okay.
And the first album they did was Have a Ball. Sorry,
Right.
I did
Okay.
Have Another. The one that I did was Have Another Ball. That's what I picked.
Oh,
The
okay.
original one is Have a Ball. So,
Okay, because I know both of them, and yeah, I was thinking, I just got them confused real quick.
Right.
Billy Joel is on the first is on Have a Ball.
Well, and it doesn't tell you in here who sang what song, but on this one is Rich Girl. Isn't
Mhm.
that Billy Joel? Rich Girl,
Yeah,
ain't no too far, so it don't matter anyway. Yep.
that is, yeah, you're right.
The Boxer, which is fucking Simon Garfunkel. Country Roads. I Write the Songs. Yeah. Who sings Sodomy? Yeah, anyway, that's on there. You've Got a Friend. Maybe that's just a hidden cut. You've Got a Friend. Mahogany.
Yeah.
Mother and Child Reunion. Only the Good Die Young. Coming to America. The Harder They Come. And Don't Let the Sun Go Down on Me, which is Elton John. So They basically did a homage to their first album, which is Have a Ball from 1997.
Right.
I'm not gonna, but there's a bunch kind of the same idea, 60s, 70s, 80s stuff on there.
Right.
But typically they try to stick to my favorite album, or one of my favorite, is actually Ruin Johnny's Bar Mitzvah.
Mm-hmm.
So these guys are comical. That's what I like about them. They're funny and they sing songs you know. So
they're fucking like the albums and shit are really cool, but just like any other punk band, it's better live. For the most part, most punk bands are. But yeah, they're fucking. To your point, they're fucking hilarious, especially live. They're so
Right.
fucking. They're just ridiculous. It's like chaos, but they're all wearing like, tuxedos or Hawaiian shirts. Like, it's a super group.
I knew you were gonna say that. Yep. I didn't know until I looked it up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's, I don't know, 4 or 5 different bands. It's Spike is the singer from Swingin' Utters, and then there's 2 members from Lagwagon, the singer from Lagwagon and the drummer from Lagwagon. The drummer plays drums in Me First, and the singer is a guitar player. And then the other guitar player is from Foo Fighters and No Use for a Name. And then there's Fat Mike, and I think they added another guitar player, but I don't know where he's from. But yeah, it's a super group of like pop punk bands, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the dude from the Foo Fighters, he left. I read that he's not with them anymore.
Oh, he's not with them anymore.
Yeah, they left on bad terms. So says the internet.
really? Yeah.
Whatever, that's cool. I mean, he's in the fucking Foo Fighters. He'll be fine.
Yeah, he doesn't. I
mean,
me's in
work.
Yeah, he's in No Use for a Name too. Like, and that's another
right
legendary pop punk band, which I don't really like, and I don't like the Foo Fighters. But
no, I don't either.
I'm picky about pop punk because it is pop punk and it's different than punk rock. You know what I mean? It's very poppy, as in not pop music, but pop as in like bubblegum pop, like they're playing and they're all happy, like but
right, which isn't really punk wasn't really punk didn't start like that.
No, but it's like California skate punk, wearing Dickies pants or shorts and Converse and fucking backwards hats and shit like that.
Based out of San Francisco. I mean, but I just picked it because it's fun. I mean,
no, it is fun.
There's a few people out there that want to listen to their favorite songs sped up a little bit while you clean the house because you're on meth. I understand. Here's your band. I mean, they got like 6 albums you can get into or more.
Oh yeah, totally. They've been around for a long time, like 95.
90s, yeah, or mid-90s.
Mid-90s, yeah. Like 25 years. Like, that's a long time for a cover band, supergroup or not, to be around.
No shit. Right. No kidding.
Like, I think the last album they put out, I could be wrong, but the last album that I know of was 2014.
Yep.
And
We Are Diva.
We're what?
We are not men, we are diva.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I listen. It's cool because like you picking this album kind of sparked like a day of going through this kind of music and listening to, like, I listened to that album. I listened to the band Vandals. I don't know if you ever heard of them. Yeah. Listen to them. I don't think they're a band anymore. The last album that I could see that they put out was 2004, but could be wrong again. So, but yeah, I miss that style of music because I don't really listen to it a whole lot very often, except for the Boss Tones and No Effects. Like, I kind of fell off of that style of music. That pop punk kind of, Fat Records, Epitaph, Hellcat kind of style, like Warped Tour style of punk.
Are you still listening to No Effects at all?
Yeah, I listen to No Effects often, actually. I like No Effects.
But that's not pop punk. Where does that fit in?
Yeah, that's kind of poppy. A little pop, nasally pop, gutter punk. It's like pop gutter punk. Is what I would call it. Because they're kind of raunchy and fucking and fast, but it's kind of poppy a little bit.
Yeah. They're one of the funnest shows I've been to, actually. But punk shows are fun. You're always guaranteed to lose a shoe and maybe get a black eye.
Yeah.
I mean, and make a friend, all from the same person who did that to you. So.
I saw Me First and Gimmes in Las Vegas at Punk Rock Bowling 2010 or 11.
Yep. You got me a shirt that was 3 sizes too big. It was great.
Yeah. Oh, well, is it super big? You said love.
You're like, it's the smallest one they had. And I'm like, I'm going to go to bed.
Yeah, it was the smallest one that I had, but I wanted to get you a shirt. So
It was fucking awesome. I still have it somewhere, man. I love that shirt. It's a blue tuxedo like shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, has a me first. Yeah, I like it. No, I never got to see them. I was actually I was very jealous. You went to punk rock bowling, I think, one of the first times, and you got to see them play.
Right.
Sounds fucking awesome to begin with. Fucking punk rock bowling.
It's a fun festival. I've been to it twice now. Each time I went with friends of the show, Larry and his Flask.
Yep.
Each time I went with them. And the time I saw Me First was the first time I went, because I went and saw I went there 2018, I think, and I saw Mighty Mighty Bosstones, who we talked about in the previous episode. But yeah, I think it was 2011. That's when I saw Me First, and they're kind of one of the only bands I could remember seeing from that year. I was too fucked up. I don't know.
At least they were memorable.
Yeah.
Is it bad? Like when you're like, here's the question. You party, you have a good time, you don't remember everything, you get older, you remember less.
Yeah.
And then you get old and you remember some shit, and then people pull out pictures and you're like, yeah, that was me, obviously, there I am. Or you don't do any of that. You live a clean-cut life. You run a couple of businesses. You're a serious gentleman. People can rely on you. All the shit I despise. And you get fucking Alzheimer's. And you don't remember anything anyway. I think I'll go the first route.
Yeah, I mean, live fast, die young, Tony. You know what I mean?
Dude, my mom's really planning my funeral. Like, I don't think I am going to live much longer. I mean, maybe like that kid, I mean, he's probably still around.
Yeah, I mean, he's dead for sure. He lived too fast. Yeah, dude, he's like, he's doing kickflips over apples, you know? This little shit can't be alive still.
He suffocated in somebody's pocket. That's what fucking happened. Someone left him in their pocket all day long. He couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
Fucking pocket.
It's actually him in this pouch. It's his blood. This is this is dark. It's 100%.
This is dark.
It's 100% in this. Yeah, 100% Jeffrey in this pouch. What is his name? Fucking, he's doing kickflips and shit.
I wish it said that on a box somewhere.
100%
100% Dahmer approved. Jesus Christ. Made with real people.
1% juice, 99% Jeffrey.
Jeffrey's juice. This one is Stacy. Oh, it's funny.
Oh, fucking A.
Oh.
Well,
that was fun.
Thanks.
I mean, I'm good. I mean, do we need to?
No, man, we could be good. We could end on a pretty good laugh. You know,
I thought that was funny. My tummy has muscles now. I can feel it. It feels good.
Yeah. Mine don't yet, but you know, we'll
Oh shit, that's funny. What the fuck are you doing? You drank 2 beer beverages and now you're drinking a fucking Capri Sun. Where are you at? Where's your nanny? What the fuck is going on?
Mom, I need help.
Where's the?
Yeah, I just crushed a Jeffrey. Woo! Yeah, what's up? Go Stocks.
Where's the rest of your Lunchable? Fuck.
I need it. Someone
you already eat your little Reese's cup? You wicked Pissa! I had to say it one more time. I just hope the maid or somebody hears me like, fucking assholes.
We're like, there's no game tonight. What the fuck? Well, it's my turn to pick the album, so I'll go ahead and do that now. The album I'm picking, it is from the band Deftones. And you can probably guess it, Tony. I'm picking the newest album, Ohms.
All right.
I'm picking that because I've been listening to a lot lately. I won't tell you my opinion. I know Tony has listened to it, and I won't tell. Let's not give your opinion either. But let's do a Zoom handshake, and let's say this. Let's try to listen to it at least twice to see if we could actually to try to either get into it or be like, I don't like it. Let's see if we can both come up with like a definitive answer and be like, like fucking Gladiator, like he lives or dies. How about that?
All right. But if we're gonna shake, it's gonna be opposite. So I gotta shake your hand over here.
We're doing like this.
Wait. There we go. I got it. I think I got it. Yeah. There we go.
Well, at least we're jacking each other off.
You better shake, just shake dicks. There we go. All right, deal. 2 times I'll listen to it.
All right, man. Well, we did it.
That was fun. That was fun for a fucking road haul there. I'd like to give a special shout out to my lady who sat on the fucking couch or what, the bed or the little fuck station over there that people sleep on, and probably getting bed bugs waiting for me to finish this shit. But special shout out to her for fucking being cool with this. And
thank you. Thank you.
And our 9.5 followers. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Gives us something to do. It's fun. All right, man. You can follow, subscribe, YouTube, right where you found this show. You can also check us out on Instagram, Titfu69.
Yep, that's us, baby.
Alex Rios has his page on Instagram. Tony G has his. Thanks for supporting us. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.